There is a lot of talk about beliefs and how they can be good or bad, and that sometimes we should be careful what we believe in as it affects our lives. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? What are beliefs? Well, when you think about it, any belief is a form of a judgment, is a filter through which we see ourselves as well as everything and everyone around us. For example, if we have a belief that sunlight is beneficial and healing to us, our morning walk in the park and sun gazing would be perceived as a true blessing that gives us joy, vitality and inspiration. However, if we had a belief that sun rays, UVEs, are harmful to us, there is a great chance that we wouldn't go for a morning walk at all. We would most likely avoid direct contact with the sun, wear sunscreen and special protective clothing, as well as fear that we could be impacted negatively by it in some way. As you can see, all beliefs have two polar opposites, and you can experience the extremes, as well as anything in between them. They create for us infinite and strikingly different realities to experience. Is one experience better than the other? No, they are just different. So what is the purpose, function of having beliefs? Well, let me use an analogy taken from music. Imagine that you are a famous music composer and want to write your next masterpiece. However, this time you don't want to limit yourself in any way. In your mind, you take into consideration all musical keys, modes, tempos, and styles. In short, you want to write a piece of music that contains it all at once. What do you think would happen? Well, nothing would happen. Why? Because you have to choose something for it to be created. In other words, you need to limit yourself for that choice to become manifest. If you choose to write a jazz piece, you automatically limited yourself to this particular genre and excluded the rest. You could think that this choice is a horrible limitation, but actually, without making this choice, you would have nothing to work with. This limitation gives you a foundation for further creation, meaning refinement through even more limitations. This is exactly what our beliefs do. They limit us and create our reality based on that limitations. This might seem negative and a bit claustrophobic to you, but think about it. Actually, limitation is an ingenious and a wonderful tool of creation. It's like carving out unwanted bits of wood so that you can be left with a stunning sculpture afterwards. That piece of wood could be used to create anything. Possibilities are infinite, and yet, for example, you chose that it must be a flower, and not any flower but a daisy, and not any daisy but a daisy with 21 lovely half-open petals and 8 leaves. The more you limit yourself, the richer and more intricate your creation becomes. It gains identity, character, and uniqueness. You breathe in life into it. Once we can see the creative power of our beliefs and limitations, we can stop fearing or fighting them, and instead become curious how they create our experiences. And over time, we might even start playing with them. In my upcoming recording, titled How to Reach the Ultimate Freedom, I will be talking a bit more about our beliefs and limitations, so stay tuned. For time being, take care, my dear friend, and speak soon.